Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I am Tiila Kid.
And I'm Jessica Richardson.
Welcome, everybody, to our call today. Again, we're going to go ahead and get started again with talking about NFTs. You guys, we say the same thing every week. We love the NFT space. We are always like super hyped about what's the next latest and greatest NFT thing that's going to be out there. And it keeps happening every day. Something new comes out. We're like, what's new? What's next? So just remember, again, as far as we're doing these different projects and so forth. Remember, keep doing your research. I promise you, it's going to pay. It will definitely pay off if you do your research and you put the time in as far as finding the next thing, or even getting involved with some of the things that are already actively moving. It will definitely benefit you as far as being able to make some very decent money with some of the different projects. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick. So if y'all see me, I got a little feedback on something on my side. Okay. I think you guys should be able to see my screen there. Let me move that there. Okay, we're golden. Okay, all right. So we'll get started with a couple things as far as this morning. All right. So last week, y'all know I was like super hyped because I had like got one of like the comic books. My comic book is still doing very well. I'm very proud of my $7 comic book that's worth still over $1,000 or $1,500 for the secret rare. But just a reminder, in regards to some of these comic books, these things sold out so doggone fast. I think it was, I don't even know if it was 5 seconds. I didn't get one today, y'all. I just didn't get one.
Too quick. Went too quick.
It went too quick. And so
Yeah.
literally, I know I saw some people over at DCG that grabbed some of these. I was like, congrats to some of the family members who were able to grab some of these things. Super excited for you guys. Like I said, I think it's a matter of sometimes like you don't win, but it's like other people who are in the space with you. When you see them win, you're like, hey, awesome. At least somebody in the family got some. So congrats to some of the people who picked up a couple of these comic books that were, again, $7. They were the same ones tonight. Today was the random aspect of the Veve drop, where you pay $7 and you don't know which one you're going to get until it lands into your wallet. And I think from one of the posts I saw earlier today, someone actually got this bad boy. That is like instantly. I don't even know what the floor is. It was $6,000. I don't even remember. Did anybody look at the floor to see what these doggone things were? But again, it's about even if it turns $7, to $70, $100, whatever that is. The floor on these things have continued to increase up. I don't know why I'm getting a back feed on my side. Hold on one second. I figure out if it's my audio. I think it's my audio. Okay.
Well, also to add to that, these had lower mint counts also. So a lot of the other ones had like 25,000 mint counts, but these had a lot of smaller mint counts, like 5,000 was only per magazine or per comic. So it was a lot more scarce. So it's usually going to go up a lot more higher in price or quicker. It may also come back down. So if you did not pick up one of these, check the secondary market in the marketplace when it opens back up.
Yeah, because they had 10,000 editions. I think the last one was like 30,000. So you got a rare, something that's even more rare than the last drops because there's not as many. So the price of these, and I think it's important, when we're talking about those things, even as far as when you're picking up some of these items, you need to do your doggone research on how to price your stuff if you're going to be selling your stuff, because sometimes people who've been in the NFT space for some time are going in and buying your stuff, because if you don't know how to price it, they're going in and buying the stuff like, okay, well, you wanted to double your money, you paid $7, you only wanted $14. That's not happening anymore. I think the floor, even on the common ones, instantly is now going up to $20. When we first started talking about some of these things, you were able to go on here and buy some of these, sometimes even under the doggone price of the drop price, but not no more.
$24.
Yeah. Well, I think we were looking at some article or something that had posted about how someone had come through the floor and they started picking up hundreds of these
That's
doggone
right.
books, literally several hundreds of
Picking
these
them all
books.
up.
Yep, picking them all up.
Early investors, they know it's the first Marvel digital collectible. It's gonna have Veve is behind it. They have everything that's gonna be incorporated with their Veve app. So a lot of people are, if they didn't know, they're swooping them up now because they're finding out. So it's like she said, also know the floor price on the items. So if they're still like $29, that's still a good pickup for you at this point. But don't go to listing your item without knowing the worth or the value.
'Cause we over there looking. I'm just being honest. I got to go back because obviously I didn't get any today, so I'm have to go see who only wants to double their money and go buy some of these doggone comics at the over the sale price. But again, I think it's important. Again, you have to know what you're investing in. Do I think Veve sometimes, as far as still the aspect of being only be able to get gems and so forth? I think that's something that hurdle is going to be fixed, fairly, not to say soon, but it will be something that's going to be fixed as far as you being able to get your funds out. So I ain't worried about that part.
Yeah, and the Immutable X is going to resolve that. That should be coming up a couple of weeks, maybe next month. But Immutable X should be able to sell your cards over there on that market, lower gas, and it won't have to be for gems.
Good
And
point.
people have to remember the gems are important because that's just so them to be able to be on the Google App Store. So they have to have it that way to be able to reach mass people. Everybody can have that on their phone, but that's something that will be resolved with Immutable X.
Yeah, so good stuff. Thank you. Good stuff. Okay, so again, make sure be ready, be looking on the lookout for the next drop. Continue just to continue to participate. It's just going to be important. It's going to be very, very, very important. Okay. All right. Okay. One other thing, real quick, as far as the this one, we've talked about this a couple of times. We've talked about this a couple of times. Remember, in regards to this one, this is a 3-on-3 competition. I guess that you'll be able to go on and play. You'll be able to go on and play, pick a team or something as far as being able to play this particular game. I still have not been able to invest into this particular project. It's one of the ones that is on my radar to continue to continue to look at, because I think there may be some things that may be up and coming for this particular project. I think the floor is still almost at 1 ETH when I looked at it. They did also have a couple things where you're able to go on here back in June. You were able to go on and claim a pair of sneakers. So I'll show you guys a couple things on that. Do some more research on this one, and if this is something that that you really like, definitely make sure you're getting invested into this one. But these were the different sneakers, I guess, that people were able to go on and buy. So how I try to find this, make sure you're getting the verified accounts when you're looking for the check mark on OpenSea to make sure you're buying verified accounts. So verified products. So because otherwise, trust me, somebody else on OpenSea is selling the scam sneakers that you're going to buy if you don't know what you're doing. So the floor price on these is like 0.14 right now on some of these. So again, these are going to be all the different sneakers. If you're going, my whole thought as far as if you're going to buy one of the Rumble thing, you're going to probably want to have the sneakers because it may be another benefit down the line. But again, this is where it's going to take you your time as far as going into to their Discord and or on their Twitter and find out what they're talking about. It's going to be very important that you do that. Okay.
Yeah, because everything is important in their Discord. That's how you're going to find out everything that's up to date, what may have moved the market, what may move the market down or up. So that's very important to make sure you're doing your research in Discords and Twitter.
Discord, yeah, good stuff. All right, and just I'll let you talk about this one.
Oh yeah, so a lot of people have been seeing, even with sports, athletes can now now sell in their like kind. So different people are investing in platforms like Bitski, and now this one is going to be NFTU. You have next owners putting in 50 million. I believe in total it's like 333 million that has been raised for this specific platform, but it's going to be for the Pac-12. And so it's important if you're watching things like this. Bitski started off with it. They did it with certain athletes and even like Olympic players and things like that. So it's important to make sure you're checking, looking into the things that are money that's moving into the market, like with this one specifically. Like I said, they've raised a lot of money even just from March on. And the last report is $300 million for this specific platform. So sign up for those exchanges, read through the articles, see where the money's coming from, see who's pouring money into certain platforms and exchanges, because it's a really good opportunity. Before you haven't been able to buy athletes, and NFTs are invest into their careers before they were professional. So this platform will be one of those that will allow you to do that. So just look out for things like that. It's NFTU.com. I did post it in the Facebook as well, but make sure you go to that platform. Some of the platforms are going to just look simply like this, but by signing up and entering your email, it's going to allow you to generally have early access to the platform, have a specific drop. So do come in after you research that program or that article. If you do like it and you're interested in investing in collegiate athletes or the Pac-12, go ahead and sign up for it. There's a lot of things in crypto, so you may want to create a different email. If you don't want to use your main email, you may want to create an email, because there's going to be so many NFT projects that are coming out. And so, but sign up for those platforms when you do see them, so that you can take part of even just their first drop.
And I think it's important too, when you are signing up for some of these platforms, make sure, you have, whether it's your one of your different emails that you may use, that maybe you use for your NFTs and so forth. That way you'll have those particular things. So anything that's coming in there, it's not like your regular email that you're sending all this stuff to, because just in case, like I said, sometimes we're trying to get in on a list early on some of these things. And that just may be a matter of, it could, I just don't know. So for me, I don't use my personal emails on some of these things when I'm signed up early, but I do use one that I do definitely check for my NFT stuff. Okay. And I think one other thing that you talked about, even as far as this kind of money that's coming in, this is only the Pac-12, the Pac-12.
That's right.
Talking about. There's a lot of money for the other conferences. I am a sports fanatic. There is a lot of money for all the other conferences that are out there, that are coming out, that will be coming out. It's going to be very, very important to make sure you're doing that. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was that one. So make sure you've gotten signed up for this one particular site here. All right. The next thing, important. Make sure let me see if I can open my screen up. I think my screen is as big as it's going to get. I'm at full screen. Okay. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see my screen. Okay. I'm trying to read the chat. So if y'all see me looking to the left, it's just I have another screen over here. I'm trying to look over here to the doggone left side to make sure. Okay. All right. In regards to the next thing, as far as the Blankos are concerned, hold on one second. Let me just try to mute this real quick. Let me just give me 1 second. Just I'm going to try to fix my audio.
So I'm gonna. I can talk about this one some more. So yes, on the 15th, there's going to be the Pug Life Blankos drop. It will be a 5,000 mint count on those specifically. It's usually either a mint count or it's going to be a time basis drop. So this time around, it's going to be a mint count. There'll be 5,000 those released for $49. Here it is specifically. It's going to be the Pug drop, and that's going to be a specific artist that created that for that 5,000 count. Sometimes they do sit around, and sometimes they go very quickly depending on which artist is dropping that specific Blanco. So if you do put a reminder on the 15th, or come to the site, make sure you're signed up for the Blankos website, and you can go ahead and pick up one of those Pug Lives for $49. That's going to be on the 15th of this month. And that's actually what, tomorrow? Yes. So if you have been following us with the Blankos, you do know that it's Mythical Studio is behind this. They've raised a lot of money. They also have done mixed with companies like Burberry, Marathon Clothing, and things like that. So this is another NFT game. The Blancos specifically themselves, you will own outright. They do have some other things that they have coming up. They have some stuff in the background about maybe some different platforms or like the Wii and stuff like that that they may be working on. It's rumor right now, but they are building out for it. So make sure to just follow up tomorrow. I believe they're usually at 3 o'clock. Let's see if they have the time. Yes, 3 p.m. and that's going to be Pacific time. So wherever you are, make sure to know what that is for you. And there are some other Blancos that still remain on the market, but they're limited time. The last one that did pass, you see, some of these are for early pass access patch. So if you're actually playing the game, you'll see that you're getting certain specific Blancos like this. This is the latest party pass, so you'll earn that Blancos. And just to let you know, the people that are playing it, the last party pass is worth $1,400 currently right now. So even if your kids were playing it and things like that, the worth and value currently for you to just come in and play and run around so that they can figure out their system and be in beta and come out of it is actually worth $1,400 right now per party pass. And we're on the second party pass currently right now.
Okay, I know there was a question too.
Question?
Oh, I think some people are just asking a couple of questions, so I'm trying to make sure I'm reading the chat. What kind of wallet do you need? If they ask a question, what kind of wallet do you need? There's no wallet that you need for this particular thing. This for Blancos, it's going to be one of the ones as far as when you come on here, and that's one of the kind of like everyone's kind of like, well, when can I move my Blancos off? Right now, because of how they have it, you can't. But you can definitely keep it on their particular in their shop area. They have their own wallet for the Blancos things, very similar to the NBA Top Shot. You're not able to move those off the site just yet. That's probably something they're going to be probably doing down the line, but it's not there yet. And make sure if you're leaving your stuff on site, make sure you have your two-factor on. Cannot reiterate that enough. Make sure you're always, if it's possible to add two-factor on any of the sites that you're on, if you're using your debit cards and so forth to buy, put two-factor on there. Okay.
And to add to that, everything is in beta. So like she's saying, right now it's in their marketplace, but a lot of these companies are building out to be able to go on to like OpenSea, where you can really go and sell them to the platform that you want to. So it is beta, but like we're stacking up in anticipation for that. If not, the marketplace that they do have is perfectly fine, but that just got also released to most people. So you just have to know it's beta.
Yeah.
And these are the ones that's currently still on the market that's available. You see 16 days, 29 days, and then the one that comes out tomorrow will have it's going to be a limited mint count for 5,000. So once 5,000 are sold, that it will be removed from the market.
And I promise you, they're gonna sell out fast. So don't be thinking it's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna instantly come over here and everybody's just gonna be so nice to you and let you get them. No, it's not gonna happen. So you better have your game plan together on how you're trying to buy any, or be ready to go buy to the marketplace and buy some. Okay, so it'll be real important. And again, I think we've talked about this too, as far as making sure, even as far as the accessories and so forth, make sure you're definitely going on and buying some of the accessories, because those can definitely end up being worth some money down the line also. Okay. All right, the next project we talked about this I think last week when we put it out. I'm gonna be honest. A couple things that kind of I like, if it is going to be something for Kobe Bryant, the KB24 drop. One thing I know, when we were reading, Jessica and I, when we started reading, we were like, well, wait a minute. They were sitting down, and one of their comments, they were just like, well, hey, they were asking for the wife's blessings on this particular project. And so a couple things as far as for me, again, is kind of, do I want to go ahead and invest in this? I'm not for sure. Is it one of those that's really going to be legit? I'm not for sure yet. So again, make sure you're doing all of your work as far as checking out this particular project. I mean, their graphics, to me, I think they did a fantastic job with their graphics. Their graphics is what kind of caught my attention on here. But, again, go to their Discord. At the time when I was looking at it, go to their Twitter. It was not a lot of people. And I do know that they said something about they were going on and buying the domain name that had been put back for some time ago to someone else had not used or something. They bought it. So a couple things I said, again, go back and do your own research on this particular project. I'm not going to tell you to buy. I'm not going to tell you not to buy. But do your research on this particular project for yourself, to where you're at peace that if you go on and you buy this particular item and it simply goes to zero, you just bought something that's going to forever be in your wallet that's going to be at zero. Okay. So one of those things again. But that is one of the benefits, as far as, sometimes you're going on. Somebody said they're still getting a lot of feedback on my side. How can I do that? Let me see if I can go back off of mute one more time. It's on my screen, maybe. Let me see what else I can do. Just I'm gonna go to the next one. Let me see if I can talk about this Metakey. I'm gonna go mute real quick, and you can try it one more time.
Oh yes, so here we go with the Metakey. The previous Metakey, there has been 3 different Metakey drops, and as you can tell, there the supply is either 1,000, 750, or 500, which makes each Metakey more scarce in value. So some of these are ranging between like we know about 18,000 plus, and some of them have dropped down, and that's just what the market is going to do. There will be another Metakey drop coming up, but the purpose and the utility behind the Metakey, they're still building out on. You have access to certain things in Discord that will give you specific things like even learning lessons. They're having another drop that's going to come out. They're just trying to figure out the perfect timing with coming out because when dropping more NFTs, you can add more items to the basically to they're adding more items to their to the NFT total. So if they're going to come out and drop 5,000 in total, that's going to probably drop the prices of a lot of these Metakeys. And they do not want to do that. They want to make sure that these items definitely are going to be valuable to all the people that are invested behind them. So like even owning 3 of them gets you specific benefits, memberships, contracts, and things like that. And it's very early in what they are doing. They have deals with the Sandbox. They even have a deal with RTFKT that holding this specific number 2 artifact NFT in your wallet will get you one of their avatars. And truthfully, we do not know how much those avatars are going to be coming out to be because the Dutch auction, once they sell those 10,000 avatars, you can have avatars as high as $3, $5, $10,000 or more, 10 ETH or more. And so with the Metakey specifically, he does have land and stuff in like the central land. So it's very important to invest in platforms and people that are the programs or the NFTs that they are building out have utility. And this Metakey specifically is one of those. They will be, I think it's like a 5,000 count that's added. Like I say, it will be only 0.2 like all the other previous Metakeys that were released. But that should be perfectly fine. We'll get that audio back, our video. So yeah, so with the Metakey, you can have, it has a lot of different utilities behind that. And that is very important right now when we're investing in some of these NFTs for to have multiple case uses and benefits like they're building out land in the Sandbox. You do not yet know what you will have access to with that, but you do know with them specifically doing things like with RTFKT or Artifact that they're building out a lot of different value for their members that do hold those cards. And specifically like the Avatar Project, you're going to be able to get one of those NFTs, one of those avatars, and those avatars come with 3D models. They're going to also have a lot of different benefits behind having that avatar. It'll 100% be in your ownership as well. So it's very beneficial to do things with the Metakey or have NFTs that will have utilities like that. And so starting, just make sure to keep an eye out with that in mind for the actual Metakey that's going to be dropping. And it may be in the next couple of weeks. It may be next month. Like I said, they are working on things in regards to making sure that they do not drop the value of the keys that are already out there for the investors that already put in a lot of money into them. So if you do hold a Metakey, make sure to keep an eye in OpenSea and check those values out because they are changing. Of course, when each drops, the value may drop as well. We've had maybe a week or two of a down market, but that market will be returning back up with the Metakey. So just like with any NFT project. And so right now, if it is a down market for you and you haven't bought any of the NFTs that we have spoken about or talked about, then it would be a benefit for you to try to pick up some of those NFTs. You can still do the research and making sure you do want to invest in those NFTs, but Metakey would be a really good start. The 3 that are on there are pretty high up right now currently, and so just keep an eye out for the next month for those that 4th Metakey, that's coming out. And so we can see. We also have some investments when we're talking about with. Oh, are you up? You're muted. Oh wait.
I got a back feed on my side, so I'm either gonna log off and then. But if you want to go ahead and talk about Superworld, I'm gonna keep working on that on my side so that people aren't getting a back feed on their side.
The Superworld, I did not hear mostly everything you said. I'm sorry about that. You said I did. Now I can hear you.
Okay, I said I'm getting back feed on my side. So if you want to talk about Superworld real quick, and I'm gonna try to either log off on my side and then come back on. We can just talk about
Okay,
Superworld real quick.
sounds good. Okay, yeah, Superworld, specifically that is going to be an NFT platform. They have a lot of things behind it with land. We did buy land last year, different stadiums. I also did some, like the stadium in San Francisco when it was first getting built out. I would look at it and know that that's where it was going to be located. And so with Superworld, they have a lot of different layers to how you can actually make money. They have charity events going on, but they also have it that whatever is placed on your land, you'll be able to make money off of it. And so for you specifically, you can like curate things to your land using VR apps and things like that. You can curate it, some of the NFTs you already own. Maybe you want to show them off there and sell them. You can create VR content in your home, or maybe even have done some of your Veve content that you had and go curate it to your Superworld and share that with your friends and family. But the e-commerce side of it, or the commerce side of it that they're trying to put onto it, is that if a company comes in and filters on top of where your land is built, you will make the money that is brought in from that business specifically. So there's a lot of different levels or layers to Superworld. The specific point that they have right now with you, if you're buying the land, you'll be able to curate that land and be able to put your AR content on there, and sell different NFTs. Like I say, there's charity events that are out that have merged with Superworld to be able to do those things. Right now, the land, I need to double check the price on that, the land. Let me go ahead and let me see something here. Sorry. Let me pull up something for you. She's back here. So with the Superworld land, I'm going to pull up something and show you guys some of that going on here. But if you're really like I say into virtual land and things like that, we have done like I said, different stadiums or different concert sites. I've done some spots here in Vegas on the Strip that I feel that if someone produced content on, that it would be important to have. And when I'm saying different content, they've even done things with like Capital One, and they've made it that if Capital One placed something on their land and they scanned it, customer scanned it, used the app to scan it, that would allow that person that owns that piece of land to make residual income from it. Whatever money is put on there by the company or by the app, they will you're going to make money from it. So it's a lot of different parts to Superworld, and what I'm hoping for right now is that you guys can be able to see some of the stuff that they're doing with the companies. Let's go ahead and go here now. Let's see. Here we go. So this is going to be Superworld here specifically on this app here. Let's go here. And so as you can see, it's going to be the virtual real estate, NFTs. We have the salon, and like I said, they're doing different events or charity events. So here you'll see, welcome to Superworld. You can buy and sell favorite NFTs, make our own, explore. So before it was just you come on here and you're going to go look for it, the land. But as they're building out and continue to build out, you're going to find out, see that there's more added into this specifically. Let's see where they talk about the content of e-commerce. So here's more currently on some of the blog. What you'll do, they do have a lot of information out, so you can come over here and look up this one specifically and see if you like any of that information, or see if that's something that you want to invest in. Like I said, they do have the app on. I believe they now have it on the iPad, and I know they have it on the Android specifically as well. But with AR content, with you wearing VR goggles and things like that, it's definitely going to be one of those platforms that are going to be part of the future. Specifically, like I said, they're allowing you that e-commerce off the platform if any company comes and builds on it, which it just filters on top of it. So when you do come over here, you'll be able to see that you can buy specific plots. They are a certain size. Some people have listed some of their plots for very high prices. I'm not going to currently log in on mine right now, but if you do come in, you can download the PDF. It is a lot of information for you that you can find out about Superworld. And all here you see the facts. So they have definitely a lot of information for you to be able to come in, ask questions. The community is really good. They'll respond to you if you join them on Telegram up here. It's very important to pay attention to these platforms. Join them in their Telegram. They'll call you. I just spoke with the gentleman Harash before. I just wanted to see what the platform was about. And so he does return your call, so you can speak with him. Very influential person. So that is going to be Superworld. And I'm sorry, this is another drop here that I want to show you about like the charity side of things with Superworld. They are starting off to try to do charity things so that they can be able to raise money for certain organizations or certain communities that have been affected by disasters. And so this was the latest one. And as you did see, there was one Bored Ape that allowed them to create an NFT and sell a certain mint account in that NFT with that Bored Ape on it. And some people will find that very valuable, being able to own any type of NFT that will have an approved Bored Ape on it. So pay out to the NFT drop, the charity drops as well, because you will be able to get some good get NFTs by doing that.
Okay, Jessica, I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry.
Okay. I can.
Did you, sis?
I can.
I'm like, dog, we changed our computer.
Share.
So imagine like, here, take my computer. So we're going to do this on the fly.
Made it happen. Yeah, that's right. Made it happen. So let's see here. And then, so you need me to pull up the rest of them, or are you back that you can share?
It's not. Let's just go with you. And Massey's going to feed it to me what else I had up on my screen next. I think the next one we were talking about, I'm looking both ways. We already talked about Blankos. Go to the next one. Hey, we're going to go on the fly. The Meta Heroes.
Yeah, let's go on the fly.
Oh, I got a feedback on this one, I think. Just remember on Meta Hero that if you would have if you have the different Meta Heroes, you can definitely go on and mint those to get your next Meta Hero. As far as if you had the card, if you have the card, make sure you've gone on and minted your Meta Hero. Do your research on there. Make sure you wanted to have that minted before you do that process. But those are the floor on those are now at 6 ETH. So again, things are still continuing to move. It's just continuing to move. I don't know what else is still to say besides the NFT market has been like super, super crazy. It is. And like I said, and that's the floor. And so make sure again, if you do have the Meta Heroes or the Mint Pass and you've converted it over to the Meta Hero, make sure you're checking out your Meta Hero before you're selling the doggone thing. Make sure, just because the floor is at 6 ETH doesn't mean that the one that you have is literally 6 ETH. It might not be, it might be worth a whole lot more than that. So again, make sure you're double checking those things. The other one, let's go to the next tab. We talked about Superworld already. Chicken Derby. Okay, on Jessica, can you type in Chicken Derby? Yeah, on Chicken Derby, make sure again on Chicken Derby that you're checking your price on Chicken Derby. It has gone down a little bit, but again, it's one of those scenarios as far as this is the time if you're looking to pick up some of these items, pick up some of the items. The Sarama chickens are going to be the ones as far as making sure price wise that those are supposedly supposed to be some of the better chickens because there's less of them. So be on the lookout on those things as far as those particular chickens. Of buying those on the heritage right there, Jessica. If you can go to the heritage tab and just do the Sarama one right there. So again, floor price. That is the floor price for your chickens. If you minute the chickens at the lower price, they're still $1,600. It's crazy for the chickens, for the box chickens. What's the next tab I had up? All right, so you see, I'm still trying to do this on the fly. Oh, Jessica, you want to talk about the NBA Top Shot challenges?
Oh, yes, the WNBA Top Shot challenges. So some people may have purchased all of those when some of those NFTs were on the a lower portion or lower floor count, I should say, like $9 when they first came out. So the challenges that have been coming out, if you had picked up all of those cards, specific challenges have been dropping that you should have entitled you to the last 3 showcases automatically by owning all those cards or specific ones, because some showcases you may have to have dunks, layups. This one has to be the rookie. This last one here was you had to have the rookie moments for certain players. And so keeping an eye out on those challenges to make sure that you do get lower mid counts, hopefully, on some of those, because generally it is that lower, there's less people that have the whole count or the whole set on a lot of these. So it may be a lower mint instead of there being 10,000 or 15 or 30,000 in that mint count. It's only going to have it at the 8,000 count or 1,000 count. And it's going to give you more value to your NFTs. So make sure to come over here when you're when they sometimes they send out an email if you've signed up. They should send you an email notification telling you to complete the challenges or the showcase, and then it'll just have up which cards you can place into that challenge or that showcase. That way you can get that reward. And even if we check some of the marketplace on the WNBA currently, I know a lot. Even when we were coming out, like I said, the cards started off at $9. It will change. And so a lot of them are no longer $9. So some people that invested have made a good,
Yeah.
oh, they did not do all the WNBA. I see both still, but as you do sell, most of the WNBA that are in there are above $9 now, and so
Yes.
making sure to pay attention to that and buying them at an early point was very vital, and then that also led you to be able to. I shouldn't say vital. I'm sorry, forgive me for that. But the challenges, yeah. So if you go to challenges, that will also going to lead you to rewards with that. So definitely keep an eye on those emails. And it's really easy and quick to complete those challenges. It's not going to take more than a minute or two, and you'll get another card that's going to be rare and scarce.
Yep, because that's what I know. We went on and bought the whole sets. Let's get the sets, get them out of the way. We learned from the men ones. Like, okay, we didn't buy all the men stuff at the time, but now we have opportunity to come back in and get some of the women items. But again, I think, like you said, some of them are definitely they have picked up in price. So if you're still trying to get all 26 cards, you're going to be paying up for some little bit of money because they are continuing to increase up.
I think I might have already.
Okay, so that's going to
that's
be
when
that.
it drops. I see the drops. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be NBA Top Shot, or WNBA NBA Top Shots.
Oh, the Adidas. Can you drop that in the link? The Adidas one. Remember the Adidas one we're going to talk about for Bitski?
Oh, yes.
I don't know if that's going to come up on OpenSea or not.
I don't think I have everything in this computer. But
okay, so we can talk about it. We can talk about it on the fly. On OpenSea? It is on OpenSea. If you go to OpenSea, you don't have to go there. Just go to OpenSea, and then we'll type in Adidas. Yep, that first one there. Good stuff.
Perfect.
Okay, so I know some of you guys bought some of these a while back. Going to be really important as far as with these particular cards. Remember, this was his first card that was dropped before he was a NFL official player. These have literally gone back. Some of you guys are. Let me just say this: some of y'all got to go back and check your wallets because I got a couple of calls from the people too. I ain't saying nobody's name because I ain't nobody's saying nothing. But some of these, like when we were buying these cards, they were $100. The floor on some of these cards in your Bitski wallet is 0.79 now. So that's some of the cards y'all need to go back and check and see if you bought from some time ago, because you have like a $2,800 item sitting in your wallet that you probably forgot you bought. So
and to add to that, because Bitski is how it is, they allow different companies to create storefronts for them. So your items are going to be in your Bitski wallet on the website. It's not going to be something you're going to see in your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. And so maybe you're confused on where it's at or why you don't see it in the Bitski marketplace. But that's because each company has their own storefront. So Adidas, to find out your items in that, it's the best thing to do is just go to the Bitski website and like I was going to do, and log into your wallet, and then you'll be able to find all those items. Because even the MOB, they have it, but if you go to Bitski and check out my wallet, all of those items will reflect in there or showing.
Yeah. So again, that's a find for some. I know some of you guys bought this particular item. So Trevor Lawrence, make sure you go back and check. Again, go back to Bitski. Jessica, can you go back to the Bitski tab one more time? Because some of y'all also in the Bitski wallet, if you were a part of the, if you bought the pigeon shoes, that's a $27,000 item that you have in your wallet that you may not even know you have in your wallet. So just, I'm sorry, go back. So this is the actual Bitski site here that we're talking about. Again, many of you guys probably went in here when we first started talking about these NFTs some months ago, and you bought these things. Now you'll still need to go back to come here and you'll go to your My Wallet tab. But Justin, I don't want you to log in right now while we're live. On the My Wallet tab, okay, so once you've logged in, you'll go to My Wallet tab and then you get signed in. Check your wallet and see if you have the shoes. Jessica, can you go back to the OpenSea tab for me one more time? And we're going to look at those pigeon shoes, if we can find those.
Oh, Jeffstaples?
Yeah, they're just staples. Yep. Okay, so this is a surprise gift that some of you guys might have in your Bitski wallet. So if you were on some months ago with us, check your doggone wallet. Because the floor, can you go to buy now if you don't mind, and search low to high. Yeah. All right, so that's the floor price. That's what you might have in your wallet. The pigeon things, I think those things were $1 when we tried to buy them things.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I just don't even talk about it. Love you, Jeff.
I had 5 pair of shoes in the wallet that I didn't get not one pair of. 5 pair of shoes.
You got a pigeon. You had to choose which one you was gonna try to go for. And then you get a notification in your email saying it's confirmed.
Yep. They all said confirm. They all said confirm, but they didn't confirm on not one pair of my 5 pair that I thought I bought. So literally, you just saw $100,000 vanish away because not one of them in my shoes, but are in my wallet. But again, make sure you guys are going on and checking your Bitski wallet, because this is you probably, again, you may not see it on your OpenSea wallet, but you'll definitely see it in your Bitski wallet that you own this particular pair of shoes. This is one of those things, as far as with this thing. It's also going to be important as far as, being able to go on with the shoes, because it's from the RTFK site, RTFKT site. You're going to be entitled to getting some of the avatars. Those are going to be worth some money. We're not, and just, I don't know if you have that other article. What was the last one? The next tab I had, the RFTK. Actually, we can go to the drips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Y'all get to see it on the fly, so it's like, okay, y'all family. It's like everybody family here. If you're not family, sorry. This is our normal, but we still give you value. So, all right. So again, on the drips, if you guys own the space drips, this is again going to entitle you to being able to get some of the avatars. I keep saying avatars. The floor on these prices again on the drips are eight. They're moving up. And I think the thing, if you have some of the drips, whether you have the ferocious drip or you have these particular drips, remember, there's only, when I checked earlier today, there was only like 33 of these items that are even for sale. When you go to the Buy Now tab on OpenSea, there's only 33 people that are looking to sell them. So it means that there's going to be a demand. Is that 35 now? Is that 35? Yes, that's 35 or 33. Okay, so there's 35 people.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Jessica.
Oh no, so even to add to that, like you're forgetting about the 10-year span, and then also the shoes. So we get the avatar, but each one of these space strips is also entitled to a shoe that we would be able to mint. So you're also going to be able to. Right now, I think they're trying to say maybe you have to pay $500. They're trying to figure that out because they already do know people have invested in the drip themselves, but you will also get the artist shoes that you'll be able to entitle to mint if they drop art specifically through that platform as well. So you'll get their shoes, you'll get the art pieces that they're going to be dropping with this, and it's going to be for 10 years. You'll have access to that. So a lot of people aren't going to actually be looking to sell these items if they know that it entitles them to 3 avatars that can possibly be worth 10, 5 ETHs, or we can go 1, 2, 3 ETHs. It's going to only cost you $150 to mint. So pay attention to that. Make sure you will be able to mint either. No matter the artist, you will be able to mint those shoes, and that's going to have resale value for you too, because this platform is going to be doing a lot of things. They're trying to do a lot of things, even with movies, just different stuff that they're working on in the background, or shows and stuff like that. So pay attention to them and know it's going to be 10 years. You get the shoes, their first edition shoes from their drop. So pay attention to things like that.
Yep. No, that's a good point.
Mhm.
Like I said, and because some of y'all have called, like reached out to me, like, should I sell? I'm like, I can't tell you to sell. I don't know if you should sell or not. I'm like, I can't tell you if it's time for you to sell. You got to figure out, okay, is that profit? Do you want to take the, what is that, 28, 30? I don't remember, the thousands of dollars that for something you might have bought for $1,000 or $2,000. That's a choice that you're going to have to make as far as do you want to sell it? There may be some other benefits as far as holding it, but again, I do believe in, as far as if you need to take some profits, you need to take some profits. So there's nothing wrong with taking some profit. I'm not your CPA, so I'm not here to give you no tax advice. I don't know your tax consequences. I don't know none of those things. I don't even know your tax bracket. So for me, I'm holding right now. I'm not trying to sell nothing. I don't need no more taxes. So I hold a lot of the items that I have, but again, I'm trying to do a lot of more my stuff more of a long term process. And again, I suggest that if that one article for the RTFK site, I don't know if you have it on your site, some of the benefits. There's just so many benefits that you're going to have, and remember, each item is going to entitle. I shouldn't say entitle, because it's still not a total clarification as far as,
Oh, I know
okay,
you said that.
does that guarantee you that you're going to get 3 items per shoe if you own shoes, or does that guarantee you that you're going to get 2 items for the drips? It talks about it a little bit on their particular site, but I'm just telling you, because if you go down, go down a little bit. I think it's right. It was a little further down. Actually, it might have been. Yeah, right
You have
there.
a
I think
little
it's right there.
further. Oh,
Nope, I think you almost had it.
you're going to go to the part where they talk about how much. Oh, the
Right there.
titles you hear. You go.
Yeah. So that it talks about, again, like Jessica was talking about, you're going to get the lifetime benefits for owning some of those particular items. As far as the avatars, you're going to get the 3D model. You're going to get you're going to get metaverse. You get to they're metaverse ready. Then I think it was one of the thing on the article, it talked about having 7 different DNAs. One of the things when I was reading the article, I was like, that's interesting with the 7 DNAs, because it also entitled you, if you have the 7 DNAs, from what I read in my interpretation, so let's just be real clear from my interpretation, you're able to forge sneakers and merchandise for each avatar that you're going to get. So again, it's a matter of, do you sell them, and if you sell them, are you going to wish you didn't sell them, because the avatar that you might get might be more of one of the rarer avatar, because like it said, it has 7 different DNAs, but it also has a potential to have 15 to 50. So it's going to be a give and take as far as, what, because of what they're doing with this particular project. It could really be something, and their stuff don't look like junk. Let's be real clear. Their stuff is like on point on how they're creating it. They're putting a lot of thought into what they're doing, which means, again, that it reminds me of projects as if, like, when you're talking about stuff like the Bored Apes, you're talking about projects where there's a big community behind you. And I think we even talked about that a little earlier, just about, even the project they had for LA. You know,
Oh yes,
that was
they told people to show up here and date and time, show up here to be part of this event. And so they had to do a lot of things in the background. They make little leaks here and there, but they're always working and doing a lot of major moves in the background. So you don't even know what brands and stuff some of these are going to be connected with. But like I say, if you're on the Twitter, if you're following, you see the utility. So any project they're tied to has value with it. They are creating some wearables and stuff like that. Decentraland, some of those pricings are probably a little different, but I haven't really played with those wearables over there. But
yeah. Can
our
you talk about a little
expectation.
bit about the free airdrop y'all got?
Oh yes, she didn't want to do it. No.
I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, they asked for a
Yes.
little bit too much information. Like they want me to put my wallet over here and they want me to do this. I was like, I'm gonna have to miss this with sis. And then she was like, I got my airdrop from joining the Discord and doing what they told
Yeah.
me to do. I was like, oh, you got to
Yeah.
be kidding me.
Good. And like she said, because in Discord you want to be hesitant because there's a lot of scams going on, but there is this collab.land that it's officially through project, and so it just looks at your wallet. It doesn't access it, but it does take a look at it to verify that you have the item. That way you can get access to your Discord. And there's a lot of different NFTs that are going to play vital to that, because there's a lot of NFTs that play a role to that because it gives you access by having that NFT in your wallet. So some Discords you will not be able to have access to unless you have done the collab lab portion of it, and it can see that you hold that NFT. For this one specifically, RFTK said early Discord members, if you were part of their Discord, come in, collab, show that you were, it didn't even have to show it. It knows that you were already a member. So you just basically had to send them your ETH address and they dropped you a hoodie. And there's also been things like that for their avatar, they dropped a link that they allowed you to go create an avatar, and that gave you an RFTK jacket and ferocious shoes, and they were free. I'm not sure if it's still going on right now, but all you had to do was go log into that platform, create an avatar, and you got a ferocious shoe and metaverse shoe and metaverse jacket. And so even with the avatars, the metaverse shoes and metaverse jackets you get to wear those clothes in the platforms. Like RFTK, they want you to be able to wear this on the land, the metaverse they create. They want you to be able to take it to the Sandbox, to Decentraland, to Crypto Voxel, to any land that's out there that's selling currently. They want you to be able to take that avatar to different exchanges. So, if you are part of Discord or if you're looking at a specific
I'm
brand,
a part of Discord too.
Discord. Yeah, join. She is part of Discord, but she didn't want to do the steps to do the collab portion of it. But which it was it was a very good reason. It was so many scams going on, but if you do it, they did drop that to 10,000 of their early Discord members. So make sure to follow and join those Discords. And if you are part of them, do your homework and research about something that they want to drop. You can even probably reach out to someone in the Discord if you had enough time, because when they drop it, it's moving quick and people are finding out. They got so much community behind them. Like things go really fast. 10,000 probably went that day, or even I don't even know if it was hours.
It was going like that. Yeah. All right. I know the next thing we want to talk about too, Jessica, was the Purrnelope, the with the cats.
Oh yes, Penelope and the pieces that they did.
The cats are meowing, everybody. They still meowing over there.
And yes, some of you guys did probably get pieces, and that was just literally a game puzzle piece. And that people got them at different times. Like I got it like probably 5 hours before my sister had got her pieces in her wallet. Those pieces are not going to have any value. They're said they're just going to create a burn wallet if you want to burn those. I'm telling you right now, I'm not burning nothing. That piece might be the only way they got a piece of something in Penelope, and I'm not burning not enough. They say it's not gonna have no value, but stuff just having history has value. So if you get too many of them, I can understand. So they are gonna create a burn wallet, but it was just like literally a game. They had released a specific cat that had 10 pieces, or 10. You had to. Well, it was way more than 10 pieces. But it was a cat that you could claim if you had got all those pieces. And it seemed like you had to hold at least about 20 pieces or 20 cats that really gathered all those pieces on that. But like I said, it was just generally a game. They are definitely doing a lot of things like wanting to show you different use cases that you can do for NFTs. And so that was just one of them. Also putting it on Matic is another use case because you don't have to pay ETH and gas. So Penelope is still doing a lot of different things with the profile pics. You don't have to get paid for it, but they were the first to try to pay you for using your profile pic. A lot of people had different ones, Bored Ape and things like that. You didn't get paid for it. So they just are doing a lot of things to show you how you can use NFTs to create value and give back to those people that actually invest into the project. So
and just great. Can you click that buy now button so we can literally see what the floor price is on those? So some of y'all might have bought cats at $200 or $300. The floor on the cats this week, and just click one of the cats. That first cat, if you. So that's the floor on the cats now. So again, I think the cats definitely have a lot of potential. Is that 1,700? so the cats have a lot of potential of still the as far as the upside is as far as the upside on those particular items. It's just they're moving. And again, when we first talked about these, because of who was behind the particular project, Carlini, we were like, okay, this might be a good project. So again, when you hear something else that Carlini may be putting out, you want to pay attention to things like that. And like Jessica said, we're like, they want us to burn. They like want us to burn our cat or burn our pieces. I don't know if I'm burning nothing right now.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
like, y'all ain't gonna get me on burning just yet, unless I can read some more on why the benefits of burning. Like I said, there's a lot to what they're trying to do with this particular project. So if you're invested in this project before you're looking at selling this particular project, because remember, we didn't even talk about the airdrops. You're going to get 8 airdrops for this particular project. You know, you got the puzzle pieces, but there's still supposed to be airdrops that you're going to get every month for this particular project. Look into those things before you just say, well, hey, I'm going to hop in and just sell something. Maybe you sell your airdrop instead of selling your particular cat, because there may be benefits. But I'm like Jessica, I'm like, do I need to like put all my cats in different what I need to do for the cat?
That's what I need to do.
Because wasn't there one even on the cats when we were looking at as far as there was one again, and I'll go back and read some more as far as having that there are different challenges or so forth. One may even have a challenge as far as being able to having your cats in different wallets. I don't think they're going to make you have to do all of that, but sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, I just have to do what I have to do to make the challenge worth the challenge and to benefit the most from the challenge. So those cats are going to definitely be beneficial for you to put some time in and do some research on the cats before you're looking at selling. As far as she said, there was a question as far as the benefits of burning pieces of the cat.
There isn't going to be a benefit. What I think the main issue is going to be that you're going to be getting a lot of pieces. They're going to be doing a lot of different things just to try to see how far they can push NFTs. So if they have a puzzle piece that has to be completed, every time there's a puzzle piece, you're probably going to get a whole group of 4. And so it may become to a point where you're going to just have, you might have 100 puzzle pieces in your wallet and it's all never completed. And so they want to be able to allow you that if you don't want items like that in your wallet, because some people are very specific to what they want in their wallet, that they will allow you to burn those pieces off.
Okay. Good stuff.
And then like you're saying, with each one was a puzzle. So it was just really a game. So they are allowing you to choose to burn them, or if you want to, you can hold on to them. It's probably going to depend on how many keep coming.
Yeah, and I know there was something else as far as if you don't have the cat listed, they may do something on an airdrop per wallet, not per NFT. Okay, so just do a little bit of research again. That's why I'm saying what I was saying about maybe having to. And I move all my stuff around. I don't keep everything in one wallet either. But that's going to be important as far as if you're go in and do some reading on that, just to make sure if it is something where you're going to get a drop per wallet or a drop per NFT, do some more research on Purrnelope to make sure you're doing that the right way. All right. Jessica. Okay, and I think one other thing that Jessica I know we're almost at over an hour, so that last thing we were talking about was the sturdy one. I think that was one of the ones as far as was it sturdy exchange? No, I think it was sturdy.exchange or something like that.
Oh yeah, so this is the main. It's going to be exchange for the marketplace. I'm sorry, that's what you signed up for. That. And so Hoodlum or Hoodlums. So Hoodlum, someone that has been in the music industry, does a lot of different memes, has a show as well. They're going to be having a drop. Some of us did sign up for the Sturdy Exchange months ago, and if you did sign up just to have, like I said, the beta access, just by putting your email in, it did entitle you to be able to get a free NFT to you of this specific one. There's going to be only 5,000 of this specific NFT. The drop is going to be on the 20th at 5 o'clock. It does require KYC. Just put that out there. You will have to do that to be able to be part of this exchange. They are having a lot of different. They work with Drake and different people like that, Travis Scott, and so they are going to be doing different drops with different artists or different rights they may have access to. So this specific one will be on the 20th at 5 o'clock. Like I did say, there's going to be only 5,000 of them. I have not seen a price. They had a price by them. It said 123. I do not know if that is the actual price or if it was just something that they're putting up on there. I think I'm on the marketplace. So let's see here. Yes. So the collection, it does have a countdown for you here. There are going to be different rarities. When this comes out, there's going to be rarity artists and things like that. It is a platform that's in beta. And just to put this out there, anything that's an NFT right now is going to be in beta. So you're going to have to just take your time with it. It's still going to have value. You're still going to be able to sell it. Right now, it might be that when it drops, you might only be able to have it on this specific exchange. but then it may become a point where you'll be able to actually remove that and put it into your wallet. So just for it being on this specific exchange does not mean you should not attempt to get it. I've already completed mine, because if you did sign up for early beta, you have to complete that to get your NFT by September, I want to say the 20th. But if it did come in your email, the day you do need to complete that by, but make sure that you do complete those steps if you do want this NFT to be given to you.
Yeah, and that particular site is sturdy.exchange. That's going to be STURDY.exchange. Make sure if I don't, and like I said, it may be too late to sign up for the beta. They may have already fulfilled all of that, but still go ahead and get signed up, for that particular site. Because again, I think there may be some potential for that particular site up and coming. Okay, going to be really, really important. Okay. And then just, I know the last thing, even I know we talked about Ferocious, and I know some people on the line that are on with us have actually bought the Ferocious drip. Those have also continued to increase. They're just, again, the floor on those particular items, I think was, when I looked at it earlier, was either 8.5 or something like that. So there, and again, there's not a lot of these particular items that are out there for sale. They're just not there. I'm sorry. There people are holding on to some of the items, and you may see some people that are selling, but just remember, some of those people went on and they probably bought 4 or 5 of these things from early on, or maybe even 10 of them. I know one gentleman I was listening to, he said, I think he had 10 or 15 pair of different shoes, Ferocious. And I was like, I started counting. I was like, dog, he got that many. He gonna get how many of the RTFK things? I was counting his stuff for him.
Oh man, I figured it out for him. Oh man, times and everything, knowing all the math.
Yeah, doing all the math. Like, oh shoot, if he just get a couple of the rare ones, it's game over. Just like, okay, maybe he sell one of his 50 something or 70 something, he gonna get he gonna be sitting pretty with the rest of them that's gonna be in the wallet. So that could be a great payday for some people. So again, make sure you're know the benefits as far as before you're selling your items versus holding your items. There are some benefits on both sides. But again, you have to make your decision as far as what you plan on doing long term with your particular items. Okay. All righty. Once again, sorry for the technical difficulty as far as with the sound. We'll try to get that. We'll definitely have that fixed for the 6 o'clock call to this evening. So again, if you guys would like to hop on with us this evening, we'll be talking about something else at the 6 o'clock call. Really, if you have new people, especially, we're really trying to make sure we're tapping into the new people. So if you have new people, please send them to the 6 o'clock call. We're trying to find some of the basic things for them to get into, whether it's a matter of them be able to use their debit cards and so forth, so that they can at least get involved with this. Because I mean, again, we have a lot of family members who need to be doing and buying what we're buying, so that they can start believing what we're telling them is really true. Right. And then once they get hooked over here, then we be like, okay, now let's go take y'all over here so we can start making some money on these coins too. Come over here with the other people over here. We're good. And so, that's right. There's a lot to this space, and so, but it definitely is a baby step situation that you need to get involved. You need to stop calling it a scam. Do your own doggone research. It's not a doggone scam unless you just like don't know what you're doing. Yes, you can. Can you be scammed? Absolutely. But if you know what you're doing and you can kind of go in and research some of these things, then you're going to be completely fine. So again, I have nothing else. You have anything else that you would like to say or anything?
Oh no, they can join us.
Go ahead. I was gonna say one thing on our whatsNFTs.com. That's our Facebook group. And then also please make sure, if you guys have not, go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We actually have other videos in there that we've been putting in there just to show you some of the steps as far as, hey, if you don't know how to use this particular site, we're kind of going over and doing some videos in there for you guys on our YouTube channel. So if you go to what's with an S, NFTs with an F, whatsNFTs.com, that site will take you there. There'll be a link there for you to join our YouTube channel also. That way you guys can definitely, again, we're on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're trying to move to all these different platforms. So y'all keep praying for us. I'm sorry, Jessica, now you can go ahead, sis.
Oh, no, that was all. That was it. At 6 o'clock with some more information. And hope they're enjoying their day and get back to lunch and whatever else they have going.
Okay. All righty. Once again, you guys have a great afternoon. We will see you all at 6 o'clock. You guys have a good one.